This is 5.3, Solving Systems of Linear Equations by Elimination. To solve systems of linear equations by elimination, we have a few steps. Step 1 would be to multiply, if necessary, one or both equations by a constant, so at least one of the pairs of like terms has the same or opposite coefficient. We want our equations to make a match in the coefficients. So we need a match with my x or my y terms, meaning they have to have the same coefficients or opposite signs. Step 2, you're going to add or subtract the equations to eliminate one of the variables. That means your match, after you add or subtract them, will equal 0. Then you will solve the remaining equation, so you'll get a y equals a number or x equals a number. Then you will substitute the value from step 3 into one of your original equations and solve for the second variable. Step 3 and 4 are the same process as the ending of substitution. It's just this step 1 and 2 that is different. So let's do an example. If I have 3x plus 2y equals 9 and 3x plus y equals 3, I can see that they both have a match in the 3x's. We already have a match, so I'm going to subtract my two equations because that will eliminate my x term. 3 minus 3 is 0. And so x's are gone. Then I have 2 minus y, which is y, and 9 minus 3 is 6. So y equals 6. I'm going to plug that into one of my original equations and solve for x. In solving for x, I see that x equals 1, so my answer is x equals negative 1. So my answer is negative 1, 6. In this example, I have 5x plus 4y equals 10, and 2x minus 4y equals 11. I have a match in the y terms, and so I want to figure out a way that 4 and negative 4 equals 0. And so I need to add my equations together. So when I add them, 5x plus 2x is 7x, 4 plus negative 4 is 0, 10 plus 11 is 21. So now I will solve for x, and x equals 3. Now I'm going to take x equals 3, plug it into an original, and solve for y. In solving for y equals negative 5/4. And so my answer is 3 negative 5/4. Here's another one. This time I don't have all my x's, y's, equal signs, and numbers lined up. So I need to take my second equation and rearrange my terms. So if I subtract 3x on each side, my new equation, rearrange original equation, is negative 3x plus y equals 33. Now I can write them with all my terms lined up and my equal signs lined up, and I have a match in y's, so if I subtract them, my y term will equal 0. 2 minus negative 3 is 5, and 8 minus 33 is negative 25. Now I can solve for x, and x equals negative 5. I'm going to plug this into my original equation for my second one here, because that will leave me with a y equals and no extra work. So when I solve for y equals 18, so my answer is negative 5, 18. And one more. 9x minus 3y equals 24, and 9x plus y equals 12. I have a match in my x terms, so 9 minus 9 is 0, so I'll subtract my equations. This means my x term is 0, and negative 3 minus y is negative 4. Then I have 24 minus 12 is 12, and y equals negative 3. I'm going to take y equals 3, plug it into equation 2, and y equals 5/3. So putting my answers together, my answer here is 5/3, negative 3.